to another Let's Talk video. I hope you guys enjoyed last week's video on friendship, and welcome back to part 2, as you can tell from the title. And we are going to be focusing on how to determine if someone is a good friend or not. Basically, am I supposed to keep the person in my life or not? Just plain and straight, you know? So let's get into it. So if you haven't watched last week's video, let me just give you a list of what we spoke about, and for details you need to go back and watch that video so as to know how to be a good friend yourself, and then we can use those tips as well as the ones I'm going to give today to determine if someone is a good friend or not. So for last week's video, we spoke about these 5 topics, and they are: be genuine, be thoughtful and considerate, be able to communicate those difficult topics or situations that are in a friendship, seek to improve yourself always, and of course know how to apologize when you're wrong. Okay, so of course, if anyone's going to be like, okay, if that's how you're supposed to be a good friend, you're going to say yes. You're going to use those same 5 points to determine if someone else is a good friend towards you, and you are not wrong. You're actually correct in using those 5 points, but I want to add like a few more, like 5 more points, right? Well, actually 4, but something just came to me, and the 5th one I'll just round it up because yeah, it just nicely ties everything together, you know, like just right. So we're going to speak about loyalty, and for loyalty I actually have 3 subsections. So it's just going to be some small subsections that I'll speak about, and then I'll go into the other points. So loyalty, of course everyone wants a loyal friend, basically a ride or die in which is what our society says we're supposed to have as good friends, right? Now, for me, honestly guys, I don't view loyalty the way the society views loyalty, because loyalty in societal view contradicts greatly with the point I spoke about last week, which was seeking to improve yourself. What society means by loyalty is that regardless of how much flaws you have, and regardless of the fact that you don't want to improve yourself, I'm still going to be there. No, this is utterly wrong. Honestly, let's not harbor this habit, guys. It's toxic. Okay, it's toxic. You're supposed to always try to improve yourself, and you're supposed to have a friend that is seeking to do the same. So in determining if someone is a good friend to you or not, loyalty needs to have these 3 aspects, and that's what I'm going to speak about right now. And it should not contradict seeking to improve yourself. Okay, so we're going to get into those 3 points, and the 3 points are: your friend should be reliable, supportive, and consistent. So all of that I place under loyalty. So these 3 points are really what I term as someone being sincerely loyal to you as a friend. And if you are seeing these qualities in this person, kudos to you. You have found a gem. Hold on tight and never let go. Okay, so reliability, guys. You see, if you're a kind person like I am, super kind, and you know you're reliable, and whenever someone calls on you, you're always breaking your back for them, we need to learn to seek that in friendships too. Because I don't know, but they do say opposites attract. But maybe we need to start discarding that and be like, you know, I want the same people to draw towards me, because hey, let's not repel. Because if someone is not going out for you, then how can you say this person is loyal to you? How can you say this person is reliable to you, because you cannot be the one always in the relationship just breaking your back for this person, doing everything, and once they say fe, you jump. But once you say fe to them, it's like it's trouble, it's mafan. It's like, why are you even asking them to do this for you? Like, can't you do it yourself? You don't need that type of energy, right? You need someone who will break their back just as much as you will break your back for them. And we need to get to the point where when we see that someone is not reliable in this way, be able to say, bye bye, bye bye. Okay? Don't be afraid. If you're afraid, if you don't know how to be assertive, go check out my video on how to be assertive. Okay? So yes, now it flows nicely into the next point under loyalty, and that is supportive. A friend should be supportive. Guys, when you bring your dreams, your ideas to someone as a friend, they should support you in what you're doing, as long as this thing is morally correct, as long as this thing will bring greatness to you as a person, and as long as you will be blessed by this situation or whatever it is that you're pursuing. A good friend will look at this and the fact that you're going on this pathway and support you in this. And if they're not doing this, then bye-bye. Okay? Bye-bye. Like, guys, really, all of these are just red flags. Red flags. Okay? Be able to look out for those things. You can't have someone in your circle that is not supporting you when you are making right decisions. I'm not saying when you're making wrong decision, this person is supporting you. You need to check for that too. If they're supporting you whenever it is that you're doing something that is going to hurt you or hinder your personal growth, you also need to check that, because why is it that this person is so happy when I am doing wrong? Why is it that whenever I try to do good, they get uncomfortable or they get mad or anything of the sort? Check that. Red flag. Okay? So yeah. A loyal friend, if you're going to call someone your ride or die, a loyal friend will be supportive in the good things. Okay? Not just in the bad, like they want to idle your time all the time. They're not pushing you to be a better version of yourself. Then why you have them in your circle? Like, really, why? Check for that. You need to determine if this person is good for your life or not. And if they're not, then bye-bye. Okay? Now the next one is, are they consistent? Listen, guys, this one is actually very important. And when I even research like the full definition of loyalty, they outlined a lot of things, but the main thing that they were speaking about is steadfastness, consistency. Because honestly, they say people change and stuff, but yeah, guys, honestly, some people start out being nice to you and everything, and you would think that, oh yes, they're the bestest of friends and everything of the sort, and then couple then couple weeks or months down the line, you're like, but you're not the same person. It's not consistent. You need to check that, right? You need to check the fact that this behavior that you deemed as loyal, it's not being consistent. And why is it not consistent? There is an issue there, and you need to first communicate this. This is a part of being a good friend and determining a good friend. If you guys see an issue in this area and you are able to communicate it and the consistency comes back on par, then hold on to that friendship, because no one's perfect. Let's get that clear. No one's perfect, right? But then that's why I said loyalty and self-improvement goes hand in hand. If that person is willing to listen to you and see what it is that you want them to do, and they see an issue, and the fact that they're able to readily accept the fact that you see this issue and you want this improvement to be done on their part, then if they're readily receptive of this, then you have a good friend, right? Because no one's perfect, everyone needs to improve in some area, and that is what loyalty is. And the fact that you don't have to be repeating this time and time again for them to constantly be on their A game, then yeah, not a red flag. That's a good person. They just weren't cognizant of the fact that they were doing what they're doing. So yeah, don't be so quick to red flag. But if you see that it's a pattern that is negative, even when you do speak to them, then yes, red flag. Okay, I hope you understand what I'm saying. So loyalty is not exclusive of self-improvement. Okay, so what society deems as loyalty, which is totally exclusive of self-improvement, that's not what I'm speaking about here. You need loyalty in the sense that this person is reliable, just as how you would be reliable to them. They're supportive of your dreams, or whatever it is that is going to push you to be a better version of yourself. And then they're consistent with everything I just said, right? Consistency is key, right? And self-improvement. So be consistent in the fact that you are going to improve yourself as an individual. And then because each individual in the relationship is improving themselves, the relationship will just blossom. Like, oh my gosh. Such a good friend, right? Right. Okay, so the next one is doesn't judge you. Guys, you need a friend that you are comfortable around. Let's get it clear. That's just it. You need someone who you're comfortable around, because honestly, it's uncomfortability that causes people to think a lot of times that they're being judged, right? Because honestly, I believe this topic of judgment can be misunderstood in some parts, because if it is that someone's energy doesn't match yours, you are probably going to feel that the person is judging you, when in fact the person is just living their life the way that they want to live their life. And because you don't want to live your life that way at this particular time, especially if it's being morally good, you're going to feel that that person who is trying to live their life morally good, that they're judging you, when in fact there is nothing of that sort, right? So this is where this is where I'm an advocate for letting things flow, right? Because honestly, guys, people grow apart, people grow together, right? And it's just life. That's how I view it. It's just life that, okay, I realize that, okay, if I'm supposed to be around this person, they're probably going to judge me for the way I choose to live my life, because they'll probably be thinking, okay, why does she have to act this way? Why does she have to do this? Why does she have to do that? And then they'll probably think the same way that I'm thinking. Why do they have to be doing this, that? Guys, you don't need that, right? And for this one, of course, you don't want somebody who's going to deliberately do this, as in deliberately judge you. But also, from the misunderstanding point of view, choose your friends that are in alignment with what you want for your life. Simple. You know, the Bible says, how can two walk together unless they agree? It's not only talking about marriage, guys. Like, really, friendships. How can two walk together unless they agree? You're always going to have some sort of friction. And I know you feel it. Stop hiding it. Yeah, I know you feel it, right? And the fact that you feel it means that you shouldn't push or try to hold on to something that is dwindling, right? Yeah. If you think I'm wrong on this topic, you can always comment below. Honestly, I'm open to hearing what you say, but this is how I view it, right? Okay, so the next one is doesn't put you down or deliberately hurts your feeling. Like, guys, okay, and this is where last week's tip on communication comes into play. You are not supposed to have someone in your circle that cannot communicate with you. And trust me, not everyone learns this. Not everyone knows how to do this. Trust me. Had to learn this. I've had to learn this, um, how to communicate, because sometimes it's misinterpreted, right? And we need someone that's not going to deliberately put us down. And let's get this clear. Correction is not deliberately putting anyone down. There is a difference between correction and someone just trying to naysay everything that you do. There is a difference between correction and someone who is naysaying everything you do. Like, guys, if it is that you are consistently seeing someone, every time you bring an idea to them, they are constantly putting it down, they're always having some negative feedback towards it, then you maybe need to check that. Honestly, you really need to check that out, to be like, why is it that this person is always doing this? Also, this could also be misunderstanding. So this is why I said communication plays a key role in this aspect, because if you're able to communicate, this is how mature people would handle the situation. If you're able to communicate the fact that, okay, whenever you do this or say this, I feel a certain way, then that person could be aware, because maybe they weren't aware of how they were behaving, or the fact that when they said this, it made you feel this certain type of way. If after that moment of communicating with them that they have changed, then you have a good friend. Don't discard of that person. You need someone who, even after you have communicated with them, they are making an effort. They're making an effort to not continue on this path, because, as I said, not everyone's perfect, and we can't just expect people to know everything. Yeah, trust me. I'm talking to myself too, because guess what? Sometimes I feel this way. I'm like, you just don't know this? Like, you just live your life not knowing this? That you shouldn't say that? But okay, cool. But anyways, yeah. If you see that after speaking to them, you are they are still deliberately trying to put you down. Every time you have a success, they're not genuinely happy for you. Guys, bye-bye. Okay, just bye-bye. Okay, you don't need that, because after you've tried to communicate with this person, after you've tried to let them know how you feel about a particular situation, if they're a sincere friend, they will try to improve themselves in that area. And then the fact that they are trying to improve themselves in that area will then make you look at them to be like, okay, fine, at least they are trying, right? But if they're not, then why are you trying? Stop. Stop it. Stop. Okay, just stop. Now the last one, well, the last one, but not really the last one, right, is they listen to you. Now it really just kind of it kind of ties to everything I said, because with each point I did say, if you are able to communicate the fact that these persons are weak in these certain areas, which is loyalty, with the subtopics of reliability, supportiveness, and consistency, and they don't judge you and they don't deliberately put you down or hurt your feelings, if they listen to you, that's what I've been reiterating through all these points. If they are able to listen to you, you have a keeper. You do. You do. Don't just give up on someone that okay, you see that they're having this issue, and you bring it to their attention, and they listen to the fact that you are not feeling well about this, and they're actually genuinely trying to make improvement regarding that, then you have a keeper, and that's a good friend. You should keep that friend. If they're not, then bye bye. Like, just bye bye. You know? Yeah. So if they listen to you, and listening is an action word, like, yes, we know it's an action word, but I mean in terms of like change. They have to change. They have to do improvement. They have to know how to apologize to the fact that they did what they did. And then it not only apologize with words, but then apologize with actions. That is what a true friend is. And you need to look out for that, because if you're not exercising these traits, then guys, stop holding on to toxic friends. Stop. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your mental health. It's not good for your future, right? And we need to break this cycle. So you need to look out for these things. Of course, everyone is not perfect, and you're not going to just be like, okay, as long as they just don't do something, then I'm just going to write them off. No, you observe, you speak about it, and then after that you can make your move to be like, okay, I've spoken to you about this. Why is it that there is no change? Why? Okay? And if they're not making any changes, then maybe they're trying to tell you something that they don't care. And if you have and you need to not have someone in your circle that doesn't care. You can love them from afar, guys. You can love them from afar. If they need anything, meaning caring, food, all those things of the sort, yeah, but they don't need to know your business as if they were your bestest of friends, right? You need to check for that. And in checking for that, you will make your life easier, and you will have peace of mind, because that is the greatest wealth. Okay, so the final one is follow your gut feelings. That's why I said it's not really a final one, but it kind of just sums up everything, guys. If your gut feeling is telling you that there is something off with this person, why are you pushing it? That is God through the Holy Spirit letting you know that something is wrong, right? He sees, he knows what that person is doing behind your back. You need to make sure that you listen. And because you follow that gut feeling, you will save yourself a lot of trouble. Trust me, I'm telling you, you will. Follow your gut feelings, guys. Like, literally, follow your gut feelings. If God is telling you that this person is not the person to have in your circle, just say bye-bye. Just say bye-bye, right? Or just distance yourself. If you're not as assertive as probably I am, right, just start distancing yourself, because guys, we need to really break that cycle of how we choose friends. Yeah, break it. This toxic friendship thing society is telling us to have, we don't need to follow it. We don't need to be like the crowd. We don't need to be like them. Be different and save yourself all the trouble, all the drama. Like, why do you like drama? Like, I know our society loves drama, but hey, why would you? Like, I don't understand why people wouldn't want peace of mind. Like, why? I love peace of mind. And if you're not adding to that, then bye-bye. Right? So, yeah. Those are our 5 tips for this week, and we are going to break cycles in friendship and how to determine if someone is a good friend or not, right? So, yeah, that's our talk for this week, guys. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye!